Live from 2 on your side. This is Channel 2 News Tonight.
A weather impact alert is still in effect. Jen will fill us in shortly as live radar shows snow still falling in parts of western New York. Good evening. I'm Claudine Ewing, or shall I say good morning. Scott and Mary Alice are off tonight. But before we get to that, the Skyway, which has been closed for more than 24 hours, has reopened as of midnight. It was closed because of the strong winds, which made travel a bit dangerous. Again, the Skyway has now reopened. And this is a live look of the Skyway right now. Traffic is starting to flow. You see cars right there. Also, the empty truck and trailer ban has also been lifted as of midnight. We are tracking snow and wind across western New York. This is the scene from earlier, the worst of it in the south towns and southern tier. As you can see, the ground and roads were heavily covered in snow. Strong winds are also leaving some families without power. 2 on your side, Dave McKinley will have an update on the power outages in just a few minutes. But first, we want to get to Storm Team 2 meteorologist Jennifer Stanonis. She's been tracking it all. Hi, Jen.
Hey there. Yes, lake effect snow bands continue to shift south, and that's what they've been for much of today and into tonight. Now south of Buffalo and extending east of Lake Erie to impact communities across the southern tier, southern Erie County into Wyoming County. That's where we find these snow showers. At least though, more breezy conditions. The winds aren't as high as they were, but still some brief gusty winds. As you can see, we do have the snow from Boston down through Concord. Holland picks up in intensity into Arcade. As you zoom in here, Warsaw, Gainesville, Pike, and down through Hume, Cuba. Some moderate to heavy snow at times as you head along the 86 into Salamanca, Randolph, and also into Cassadaga and Jamestown, French Creek. So continuing that lake effect snow warning for areas south of Buffalo, southern Erie County, Wyoming County, also for the southern tier counties into northern Pennsylvania goes through Friday night. Snowfall rates at times 1 to 2 inches per hour, and we're continuing to add more snow onto some of these piles already, and we're seeing some of these snow reports coming in. Sardinia 9.2 inches, Perrysburg 7.5. We've already added to these numbers, by the way. 6, just half a foot in Jamestown, and so we'll continue to add to those numbers for tonight and into tomorrow. That weather impact alert does continue through tonight, even into Friday night for areas south. So I'll have more details in the full forecast coming up. Back to you, Claudine.
Jen, thank you. Whether it snowed or not on your Thanksgiving, it was still a wild weather day, one where thousands of utility workers spent the day away from their families and out in the elements. We hear more from 2 on your side, Dave McKinley.
Well, for many of us, this won't be so much remembered as a snowstorm, but for all of us, it will be remembered as a windstorm because wind is what had the most significant impact.
It was more than a breeze that took down trees, like this one on Linwood Avenue in Buffalo, which ruined a car. Stiff winds snapped utility poles like this one on Beebe Road in Newfane. And if the gusts weren't enough, there were icy roads, which factored into this pole going down on Austin Street in Black Rock when a vehicle slid into it. At one point, National Grid reported 49,000 customers impacted by the storm, but by this evening, the number had dwindled to just under 300 in all of western New York.
We were ready for this. We had crews staged across western New York. We had brought crews in from outside the company. We brought some in from Syracuse.
The last of the scattered outages were the trickiest to solve in neighborhoods in Buffalo and Cheektowaga.
A lot of those poles run through the backyard. People's backyards are not out on the street. So we have to try to get equipment back there. And sometimes we have to get over fences. It's just not easy to get to sometimes.
As far as snow goes, not much to speak of in Buffalo and Hamburg, but you didn't have to travel too much farther south to find that the road to grandmother's house this Thanksgiving had become considerably more dicey.
It wouldn't be Thanksgiving if it weren't snowing in Springville, New York.
Not that Joe Stephen is a native. He was here visiting relatives. He does hail from the Adirondacks, though, which might explain his choice of attire.
I honestly don't like to put pants. Now, I have pants of some type on. I don't want to go around my underwear, but I only wear pants when I travel on business, and I'd rather be in shorts.
And, of course, he'd come out on a brutal day, shorts and all, to buy ice.
I couldn't let my mother-in-law down and not have the ice ready for the guests that are going to come, which is kind of crazy to be buying ice on a 28-degree day, but when you need it, and keep everybody happy.
You go, Joe. Happy Thanksgiving, folks. We gotta blow. On your side in downtown Buffalo, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
Leave it to Dave there. Don't forget to download the 2 on Your Side app. With it, you can get the 7-day forecast, live radar, and weather impact alerts right on your phone. It's free to download right now on the App Store as well as Google Play. Turning now to national news and the ambush-style shooting in Washington, D.C. One of the 2 West Virginia National Guard members shot on Wednesday has died. The 29-year-old suspect, who officials say was armed with a .357 Smith & Wesson revolver, was already charged with 3 counts of assault with intent to kill and possession of a firearm during a crime of violence. Maribel Gonzalez brings us the latest on the investigation.
20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom and 24-year-old Andrew Wolf, the National Guard members who were shot Wednesday near the White House, were tasked with protecting the nation's capital. On Thursday, President Trump announced that Beckstrom died from her injuries.
She was savagely attacked. She's dead. She's not with us.
We know that their lives, their families' lives are all changed forever because one person decided to do this horrific and evil thing.
Wolf is still hospitalized in critical condition. His neighbors spoke about his character.
He'd get the shirt off his back to somebody. He's just a really good guy. We always looked out for each other.
Hopefully, things work out good for him. He's a hard worker, good kid.
Authorities identified the suspected shooter as Ramanola Lackenwall.
He resided in Bellingham, Washington, with his wife and we believe 5 children.
The 29-year-old Afghan national who worked with the U.S. government, including the CIA, came to the country in 2021 as part of then-President Biden's Operation Allies Welcome, a program aimed to protect vulnerable Afghans in the wake of the U.S. military withdrawal from Afghanistan. He applied for asylum in 2024, and then the Trump administration granted it in April.
He drove his vehicle across country from the state of Washington with the intended target of coming to our nation's capital.
The Trump administration says it will re-examine green cards issued to people from 19 countries of concern, including Afghanistan. I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
This is a developing story, and we will continue to follow it closely. Stick with 2 on Your Side for any updates or developments in this tragic story. Thanksgiving morning started with a thankful breakfast at the Moot Center in Buffalo's Fruit Belt neighborhood today. The lead pastor of Life Turning Point Ministries wanted to make sure people in the area were served early before they started to go home and cook and prepare Thanksgiving dinner for their families. He says it's a way of showing love to the community.
I believe that many people talk about love, but not many people give love. We believe that love is only a 4-letter word until you give it away. So if you love someone, you should show some signs by giving them love. This Thanksgiving holiday is simply take time to reach out to someone, to shake a hand, to give a hug to someone.
Well, this was the first year for the event, and they hope to do it again next year. With the holiday winding down, AAA says the return trip will be the busiest part of your holiday. Sunday and Monday are expected to be the heaviest traffic days, with many travelers rushing home for work as well as school.
What we're suggesting is if you can leave early in the morning, that's going to be your best chance to avoid some of the heavier traffic, or at least be a little bit further on your route before you hit heavy traffic, and just making sure that you have everything that you need in your vehicle before you even leave for your destination, whether you're leaving tonight or if you're already there, making sure you have what you need before you hit the road later this weekend.
And for those flying, AAA says to arrive at least 2 hours before boarding and use airline and TSA apps to keep track of any delays. The day after Thanksgiving is the time for shoppers, Black Friday. Better Business Bureau says having a plan can save you time and money. Make a list, set a budget, watch for fine print on those big % off deals. They also urge shoppers to check reviews and no return policies, especially for gifts. And if something sounds too good to be true when shopping online, that usually means it is.
If you see something that sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Take a look at the product and see what it normally retails for. If you see a designer item that would normally cost hundreds of dollars being advertised for $15, $20, then you know that's most likely a scam.
They also say Small Business Saturday is a great way to support your community and find unique gifts. Maybe shopping isn't your thing, but you want to get out of the house with the family. Many things are happening around Buffalo on Friday. The Buffalo Holiday Market reopens for the season. There will be vendors, artists and crafters, and plenty of festive fun. Poinsettias After Dark also returns at the Buffalo and Erie County Botanical Gardens. That's a chance to warm up inside the greenhouse. And the Festival of Lights kicks off today in Hamburg, featuring what they call Western New York's largest holiday light show, with more than 70 displays. It's the final weekend for Wicked at Shea's, and if you missed the stage production, you can still catch Wicked for good in theaters. And the Sabres are hosting the Devils Friday evening at the KeyBank Center. For more details on all of those events, head to our website, WGRZ.com. Coming up, the 130th Turkey Trot was another success. We'll have the highlights coming up next. Welcome back. Thanksgiving means different things to different people, whether it's the turkey, the gravy, the stuffing, but for thousands of runners, it means the Turkey Trot, the oldest consecutively run foot race in the world. And 2 On Your Side's Natalie Foss was right there to capture all of the action.
It's the 130th YMCA Turkey Trot here in the city of Buffalo. It has finally begun. We have 15,000 runners here today participating. 9 o'clock was when it started, and I gotta go because I gotta catch up with these guys. Are you guys gonna win?
Yeah, we're coming in first. Yeah, but we're also here for fun, for vibes, for togetherness.
We're here to giggle.
We're excited.
We're here to gab. It's a
Try
nice
to get everyone
day.
to laugh. Should have worn a costume, but, you know.
I couldn't find a turkey hat. Did you know that this is the YMCA Buffalo Niagara's biggest fundraiser of the year? They use it to fund all sorts of programming and all sorts of summer camps for kids. This is a really big celebration for them, and they use this money that they raise during the Turkey Trot for the whole rest of the year. I'm gonna keep going, but I'll catch you a little bit later. What are you most looking forward to today?
Running is racing, a lot of fun. I haven't run a race in a bit. Actually, last race I did, I won, but I was not expecting one at all because, you know, like the high schoolers were all not there. I was like, oh, okay. But like, you know, food and fellowship with family, you know.
Turkey Trot is a time-honored tradition for a lot of people and a lot of families here on Thanksgiving, and they're also giving back to the community in other ways. They've encouraged participants to bring canned food items and non-perishable food items to donate to Feed More Western New York. And if you couldn't make it out here today, that's okay. At YMCA locations, they'll still have the cans out for a few more days, so stop at yours and bring some food to help out the community as well. Now, this is a tradition, and there are many traditions on the way, including the donut drop under the bridge over the 198. So I'm gonna head that way now. Hannah, why are you here today?
Because I wanted to wear a tiara and run with other people wearing crazy things. I came from a PJ's family watching the parade, and I want to have a Turkey Trot family.
Yay! Just a few of my friends, as we've made some friends along the race, and now we're back in the city, and we met quite a few people this morning who have done this for years. This is a tradition with their family, but I also met a few of the younger participants on the way.
I haven't run a road race that's this long before.
Really? So it's your first time running this long? Are you excited?
Yeah. I've done a race, but I haven't ran this long on roads.
These are my friends. These are my friends.
Ron.
Marianne. Ron and Marianne. I ran the whole race with them. They were amazing. You guys did so great.
Yeah, you were so great.
Thank you.
When you pulled up with a hammy injury, wow, it was amazing how you walked that out.
I know,
it was
I
amazing.
really solved that. What is your favorite part about the Turkey Trot? Why do you come back?
It's just so festive to watch everybody in all their costumes.
This is my first one.
Congratulations, mine too.
Really?
Mine too.
Oh, well,
yeah,
congratulations.
We did it together. We did it together.
So much.
Hi, happy Thanksgiving. On your side, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
How cool for Natalie to be out there, and the weather seemed like it was just right for her. I know we had some other Channel 2 staffers out there, Jen as well. Melissa was out there, Sean Mickey was out there, so kudos to them.
Always a fun time.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years since I ran it, but I always enjoy it when I do. And thankfully, the weather, I mean, it was kind of chilly, but at least the Lake Effect Snow Band shifted south just in time for the Turkey Trot, so that was good news as expected. Now we're continuing to see the snow south across southern tier counties and also southern Erie and Wyoming County. Although it is looking like we are getting some still spots of moderate to heavy snow, but we do have some spots of light snow as well. We do have the snow extending up through Hamburg, light snow into Evans, picks up in intensity Concord, Holland, and into Sheldon as well. Gainesville, Arcade, Machias, Ellicottville, Olean, and as we head into Jamestown. So we're continuing to have lake effect snow warning for areas south of Buffalo. You can see highlighted in blue, southern Erie County, Wyoming County, Chautauqua, Cattaraugus, Allegheny, and into northern Pennsylvania, McKean and Potter counties. That goes through Friday night. Snowfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour. Additional accumulations expected. Also still breezy conditions, even a gusty breeze with that wind advisory continuing at least for a little longer. It goes until early Friday morning, 1 a.m. So we are almost going to see that wrapping up. So just becoming breezy as we head into much of the day tomorrow. And as you can see, those winds, there'll still be a little wind gust and breezy conditions, but at least they'll be decreasing as we head into even tomorrow morning and for the day on Friday. We do still have that weather impact alert continuing right on into Friday night for areas south for the lake effect snow, east and then southeast of the lakes. Most of accumulations additional will be off of Lake Erie, minor off of Lake Ontario. Focus is still east and southeast of Lake Erie, and we're going to have still difficult travel at times, low visibility, slick conditions for the lake effect snow continuing. So as you see, future look, that we'll have that right on into Friday, although you can see it's not as organized for as we head into later Friday afternoon, and then by evening time, just some lingering snow. And then things do wind down, especially as we progress through Friday night and Saturday. It looks like mainly dry conditions. Temperatures right now, we're in the low 30s, even some 20s. Wind chill valleys, still that breeze out there. They're in the teens, some mid to upper teens for most locations. And temperatures are going to be running about 5 to even 10 degrees below average for the next several days, basically in the 30s for those highs. Tonight we'll have the lake effect snow continuing east and southeast of the lakes, an additional 3 to 7 inches in the warning areas, especially for that higher terrain east of Lake Erie. Also still breezy, low temperatures in the upper 20s. And then your 7-day forecast for our northern zone, we'll have a few snow showers on Friday, some sunshine Saturday, and then we're watching a system on Sunday coming through. For our southern zone, we still have additional accumulations of lake effect for the south towns into the southern tier. So we have that weather impact alert continuing through Friday. And then we all dry things out on Saturday, calming it down for the at least start of the weekend, or at least a portion of the long holiday weekend. We finish, though, the long Thanksgiving holiday weekend on Sunday with snow showers to start the day off, and then a changeover to rain later on Sunday. And then temperatures, as you can see, basically in the 30s, even cooling down even more later on next week. That's the latest on the forecast. We'll have sports coming up after this break.
This is the Two on Your Side Wonder Windows Sports Desk.
The last time we saw the Bills in action, Josh Allen was on the ground again and again. A career-high 8 sacks last Thursday in Houston. As the Bills get ready for another fierce pass rush this week, they're looking at a real possibility of facing that challenge without both starting tackles, Spencer Brown and Dion Dawkins, both not practicing today for a second straight day. Brown went down with a shoulder injury in Houston, kept playing for a while before eventually being subbed out for Ryan Vandermark. Dawkins, he's in concussion protocol. He re-entered the game in Houston and played the rest of the way, but now off the field at practice Wednesday and today. Brown and Dawkins, just two of the notables on today's injury report for the Bills. Josh Palmer also downgraded today to a non-participant with an ankle injury, that after he was limited yesterday. In good news, tight end Dalton Kincaid practicing for the first time since suffering a hamstring injury in Miami that's kept him out the past 2 games. He was limited today. And Max Hairston in concussion protocol, he was upgraded to full participation today. The line may not be the only part of the offense, looking a little bit different for Josh Allen on Sunday. At receiver, Allen could be throwing to a new weapon with Brandon Cooks signing in Buffalo this week. Cooks going through his first 2 practices with the team the last 2 days, and he's no stranger to getting adjusted to new surroundings. The 32-year-old playing now for his 6th different NFL team, most recently suiting up for the Saints. It's been productive experience too, with Cooks putting up 1,000-yard seasons in 4 of those stops. Allen already impressed in the limited time he's spent around the vet.
You know, bringing a guy like him in and being a veteran presence for our room. You know, he's come in here, he's already basically learned our playbook. He's an extremely high football IQ guy. He's been around the league for a long time. The way that he carries himself, the way that is in meetings, already it's very apparent that he's a true professional. You know, to come out here and practice the way that he did speaks a lot about who he is as a person, as a player. You know, and we appreciate him coming here and hopefully helping us out.
Cook's just 19 catches in 10 games this year for the Saints. He'll look to be more productive here in Buffalo, teaming up with Allen. A great NFL Thanksgiving slate in the books. You watch the Bengals and Joe Burrow's return from injury beat Lamar Jackson and the Ravens in Baltimore here on Channel 2. Earlier in the day, the Packers winning on the road in Detroit. And how about this? The Chiefs take another loss, 31-28 in Dallas. Kansas City already on the outside, looking in at the playoff picture coming into today, now falling to 6-6 on the season. Football, not the only thing going on today, though. College hoops, the Bonnies in action down in Fort Myers, Florida against East Carolina. Bonner was down 1 at the break, but in the second half, Daniel Egbunawe on an absolute heater. He finishes with 17 points, 5 made threes, including 3 of them in the final 6 minutes of the game. Frank Mitchell, a double-double effort, 17 points and 12 rebounds, and the Bonnies get past ECU 67-58. Bonner improves to 6-1 on the season. And finally, looking ahead to tomorrow, the Sabres back in action and back at home. They host the Devils, hoping to bounce back from a loss last night in Pittsburgh. Lindy Ruff's team still playing better of late, though, winning 4 out of its last 6. They'll hope to get back in the win column tomorrow with an earlier start. Puck drop is at 4 p.m. And that's it for your look at sports. We're back to wrap up Channel 2 News right after this break.
Best in show tonight, Belgian Sheepdog.
The Belgian Sheepdog, David. Whoa. Oh,
beautiful. It is well-deserved, a bit of a surprise, but well-deserved. She's gorgeous.
Well, you heard it there. Belgian Sheepdog Soleil was named the winner at this year's National Dog Show competition. It was a tough competition, too. Every dog who advanced to the round of 7 finals was ranked number 1 in their breed nationally. Congratulations, Soleil. Fun fact, Soleil means sun in French. Yeah, I knew you would know that, too.
French is a lot like Spanish and stuff like that. You know, my French teacher from high school would be proud that I remember that.
Oh, an A for Jonathan. Happy Friday, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us for Channel 2 News tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow sometime. Daybreak at 4:30.